When it comes to lifting loads, there's a lot riding on it. There are lives at stake, of workers, of people nearby, of people who are the load, to say nothing of the value of other loads should anything go wrong. The safety of lifting equipment hinges on its weakest link, and when this includes any work equipment used for lifting or lowering loads, plus any attachments used to anchor, fix or support them, the number of links in the chain are enormous. When it comes to using your lifting equipment, it must first and foremost be positioned or installed so it's as safe as possible.
Okay, now if you can drive in here,
yes,
park up roughly in the middle there, and you need to pick up the toilet block and move it about 5 metres that way.
To the right, yes,
That's
okay.
fine.
I've got you. I'll just have a look over here to see where it's going to go.
This essential preparation minimises the risks of things going amiss, like the lifting equipment or load hitting someone or something. Where appropriate, the importance of outriggers cannot be underestimated, especially in soft and wet conditions. And the fitting of a safety catch on a hook will prevent a load free falling or being accidentally released. And when you have a load that needs moving, it's not just a case of lift or lower away. The task must be properly planned by a competent person, appropriately supervised and carried out in a safe manner.
Yeah, I think we can manage that, no problem, mate.
You need to conduct a risk assessment before you set about your task, using the principles of risk prevention. Avoid, evaluate those you can't avoid, adapt, replace, and combat at source. Under these circumstances, your lifting equipment will need to be thoroughly examined at least every 12 months. Lifting accessories and people lifting equipment will need to be examined every 6 months. And if something goes wrong that could jeopardize the safety of the lifting equipment, have it examined before it's used again. Your examiner needs to make a signed written report of his examination and submit it to the employer and to any person you've hired or leased the gear from. Schedule 1 of the regulations outlines what needs to be in the report, but it should indicate the condition of the equipment, including any defects and time limits on repairs. If there's a defect that poses imminent danger, the examiner needs to send the report higher. So, if the equipment's been hired or leased, it needs to go to the Health and Safety Executive. If it's your own equipment, the report will go to the relevant enforcing authority, such as the Environmental Health Department of your local authority or your own factory inspector. Then it's up to the employer to make sure the equipment is not used again until it's fixed. And don't forget to keep the report on file.